Hello everybody, this is Kevin from KlotzProductions, and welcome to this week's Magic the Gathering gameplay between Bobby and Tommy playing the Blue-Black Control Mirror match. Bobby opened the game with a Creeping Tar Pit, and then Tommy laid down a Darkslick Shores and cast an Inquisition of Kozilek. He chose to get rid of Bobby's Jace Beleren. The next few turns consisted of both players casting Preordains and laying down lands like Swamps, Islands, Creeping Tar Pits, Tectonic Edges, and Drowned Catacombs, until Bobby played the first real relevant spell, which was a Druidic Satchel. Tommy then played another Inquisition of Kozilek and forced Bobby to discard a Go for the Throat this time. He then laid down his sixth land and resolved a Liliana Vest, forcing Bobby to discard another card, so he decided to get rid of his Mystifying Maze. At the end of the turn, Bobby activated his satchel and found himself another Tectonic Edge. Bobby then resolved a Worm Coil Engine and then used one of his Tectonic Edges to get rid of Tommy's Creeping Tar Pit. Tommy then used his Liliana again to force Bobby to discard the last card in his hand, which was a Solemn Simulacrum. Then Tommy resolved the Druidic Satchel of his own. During Bobby's next upkeep, Tommy used the Doom Blade to get rid of his Worm Coil Engine to keep it from attacking this turn. So Bobby animated his two Creeping Tar Pits and sent them at Liliana Vest, dropping her to 1 loyalty. Then for Tommy's next turn, he simply laid down a Drowned Catacomb and upped his Liliana Vest to 2 counters. Bobby then animated a Creeping Tar Pit and sent his team at Liliana Vest. Tommy activated his satchel only to find a Darkslick Shores, and then his Liliana ended up dying. Bobby also gained 3 life off of his lifelink token, going up to 23. Then at the end of the turn, Tommy used his Tectonic Edge to get rid of one of Bobby's untapped Creeping Tar Pits. Tommy then resolved a Jace Beleren on his next turn and drew another card. Then at the end of the turn, Bobby activated his satchel again, revealing a mana leak and gaining 2 life, going up to 25. For Bobby's next turn, he attacked Jace with his 2 tokens, killing it and gaining 3 life, going up to 28. Then at the end of the turn, Tommy activated his satchel again and found a Creeping Tar Pit. Tommy simply passed his next turn after drawing his card, at which point Bobby activated his satchel again, revealing a Psychic Barrier, gaining 2 life and going up to 30. Bobby then attacked for 6 with his 2 Worm Coil tokens, taking Tommy down to 14 and bringing himself up to 33. Then at the end of the turn, Tommy activated his satchel again, revealing a Consecrated Sphinx and getting himself a Saproloin token. Tommy then tried to resolve the Sphinx, however Bobby stopped it with his Psychic Barrier, taking Tommy down to 13. Then Bobby revealed a Sphinx on the top of his library with his satchel this time, getting himself a token. Bobby then started his next turn by attacking with his tokens. Tommy decided to block one of the 3/3s with his 1/1 and take 4 damage, going down to 9 life, bringing Bobby up to 36. At the end of the turn, Tommy found another swamp with his satchel. Then on his turn, he attempted to resolve a Karn Liberated. Bobby responded with a mana leak, which Tommy had enough to pay for. However, Bobby had a second mana leak to be able to stop the Karn from resolving. So Tommy scooped it up, giving Bobby the win.
That was the thing that they banned, so people wouldn't have to play against it. Like, I guess that's fair.